Today is Friday, October 8th, 2021. Welcome into Dirt Tracker Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Coming up, we've got Super Dirt Week qualifying results and what to watch this weekend. We also preview action for the World of Outlaws, Lucas, All-Stars, USAC, and a whole lot more. Before we get going, if you'd like a free and easy way to support what I'm doing, you could subscribe and follow the show and leave me a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you watch or listen to this show. You can also follow at Dirt Tracker on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And DirtTracker.com is home to a bunch of cool dirt racing content. Now, let's get going. Stop me if you've already heard me say this over the last several days, but Mat Williamson has won yet again. Super Dirt Week and its satellite shows continued yesterday and last night, and Williamson rolled into Britten with his 358 modified and bagged the Hurricane Harvey 75 win. He started 11th in the feature but couldn't be stopped by the competition. The victory from Money Matt is his fourth win since winning the Outlaw 200 last week. The streak includes that win at Fulton, plus the Demon 100 earlier this week, the kickoff party at Weed Sport, and last night's Brewerton Triumph. Two of those were big block wins and two were 358 wins. With the Salute to the Troops 150 coming up on Saturday and the Billy Whitaker Cars 200 on tap for Sunday, Williamson will definitely be one of a few guys to watch for as potential winners. He's just absolutely on fire right now. During the day yesterday at Oswego, we got qualifying in for both the big blocks and 358s. Billy Dunn is on the pole for the 150-lap 358 race, with Williamson, Tim Sears Jr., Stuart Friesen, Billy Decker, and Rob Bellinger all locked into the first three rows. The rest of the field will be set by tonight's 20-lap qualifying heats and Saturday's last chance showdowns. As for the big blocks, Peter Britten will lead the field to green in Sunday's 200-lapper with Jimmy Phelps, Max McLaughlin, Larry White, Friesen, and Pat Ward in tow. Mat Williamson just missed the locked-in spots in 7th. Just like the 358 competitors, the big block drivers will run qualifying heats tonight and last chance showdowns tomorrow to complete the field. The Dirt Car Sportsman and Pro Stocks will also start their track time at Oswego today. Dirt Vision has live coverage all weekend long, and of course, we'll be back on Monday to recap the weekend. Drop me a comment below if you're a Northeast fan. Let me know who you're picking for the win this weekend at Super Dirt Week. If you're more of a fan of the Short Track Super Series Modifieds, they're in action this weekend as well. They take on Afton Motorsports Park tonight and tomorrow for the Short Track Super Nationals. This is the final race of the season for the North Region competitors. Matt Shepard is currently the North Region points leader, and he'll be in attendance tonight and tomorrow. He shouldn't have a problem locking up the championship. You'll also see Billy Pouch Jr. this weekend, along with Max McLaughlin, Andy Bicchetti, and more. Flow Racing has the live stream for the event. You gotta love just the situation in the Northeast. You got a huge race going on with the Super Dirt Car Series with Super Dirt Week, and of course Short Track Super Series has an event, and we've seen that vice versa. When the Short Track Super Series has an event, the Super Dirt Car Series schedules on top of them. So love the back and forth drama in the Northeast with those two different series. The 2021 World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series season continues to edge closer to completion, and this weekend is the final two shows in Pennsylvania for the year, with two nights at Port Royal Speedway on tap. With just 7 features left, Brad Sweet's points lead over David Gravel is 128, with Carson Macedo 142 back in third. Barring a meltdown of absolutely epic proportions, Sweet is on his way to his third straight Outlaw Championship. Central Pennsylvania has become a much friendlier place for the Outlaws in recent seasons, as the Posse contingent just haven't been able to match the speed of their Outlaw brethren. Port Royal is kind of a graphic illustration of that fact. The last 4 Outlaw races at the track have either been won by an outsider, namely Kyle Larson, or an Outlaw. Of drivers with more than one recent feature start at Port Royal, no Posse members reside inside the top 5 in average feature finish. Based on past results, a DirtTracker.com analytics prediction formula likes Donnie Schatz this weekend, but I think just on the eyeball test, I'd be paying close attention to Logan Schuchart and Carson Macedo. Schuchart is coming off back-to-back second-place finishes at Williams Grove, and he'll be hungry for a win in his home state. And Macedo has been the big track master with the Outlaws in 2021, including that win last weekend at the National Open at Williams Grove. As for Posse drivers to watch, Anthony Macri is always good at Port Royal banging the boards. Logan Wagner won the Tusky 50 in that Zemco ride a few weeks ago with the All-Stars. And you can never count out Lance DeWeese if he's in attendance. Both tonight and tomorrow for the Outlaws will be shown live on Dirt Vision. If you're a late model fan, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is a good place to start this weekend. They were supposed to have 3 shows across Smoky Mountain, Dixie, and Rome, but tonight's race at Smoky Mountain has been canceled because of poor weather. That leaves Saturday at Dixie for $15,000 to win and Sunday at Rome for $10,000 to win. Tim McCready is on his way to his first ever Lucas Championship, and he's been the hottest driver with the series as of late, leading all drivers in average finish over the previous 5 and 10 races. He was also a winner last weekend at Raceway 7. Tyler Erb leads all drivers with 7 Lucas wins this year, so you know he'll be a threat, but keep an eye on both Hudson O'Neal and Earl Pearson Jr. O'Neal is coming off that Pittsburgher 100 victory and has been really kind of come into his own this season. And EPJ has been absolutely resurgent in recent weeks since partnering with Jason Papich. He's looking more and more like the driver we saw win 4 straight Lucas titles from 2005 to 2008. The entire Lucas weekend can be watched live on MAV TV Plus. Another championship battle that is over before the final races is with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Tyler Courtney has already locked up the title before this weekend's final 2 races of the year at Fremont Speedway. Sunshine has kind of limped to the finish here, though, with some rough results over the past month. He hasn't had a top 10 finish since September 4th at Attica and is on a streak of 7 finishes outside the top 10 in his past 8 races. And Fremont might not be a great place for Sunshine to kind of flip the script. In his last 3 appearances there, he's finished 11th, 12th, and 6th in a B main. Behind Courtney in the standings, we most likely won't see any changes in the top 5, with Corey Eliason, Hunter Schoenberg, Zeb Wise, and Bill Baylog completing that top 5. If you want some win picks for the next 2 nights, I definitely point to the really experienced Ohio guys. Cole Duncan and Cap Henry each have wins in the past 3 All-Star races at Fremont, if that kind of gives you any indication. As they are the series sponsor, you can watch Sunshine get his crown this weekend live on Flow Racing. In other open wheel competition this weekend, the USAC Midgets close out their Midwest calendar this weekend. Although we've already lost tonight's show at Wayne County to rain, that leaves just Saturday at Hobstadt on the schedule before the series heads west in November. Currently, Chris Wyndham leads Buddy Kofoid by just 2 points in the standings, so Hobstadt should be exciting for those two. Kyle Cummins and Thomas Meseral are the 2 most recent winners at Hobstadt in the midget, and you know Cummins will be a factor on Saturday at a track he's had a ton of success at in his career. He's won across multiple series, multiple car types there. That is absolutely a great place for Cummins. With the USAC Silver Crown Series, 2021 comes down to Sunday at Toledo for the championship. Obviously mentioned this on the show yesterday. This is not a dirt race. This is a pavement race at Toledo, but we can't not talk about it with as close as the championship is. Cody Swanson has just a 1-point lead over Logan Seavey entering the final race. With Swanson's kind of overall Silver Crown prowess and his experience and past success on pavement tracks, I believe he has the advantage this weekend. Seavey is obviously much more of a dirt racer, but he has had some decent pavement finishes this season, including most recently he finished 8th at Lucas Oil Raceway back on August 14th. He'll need to do better than that, though, if he's going to steal this title from Swanson. Cody hasn't finished worse than 4th in any of his 7 feature appearances at Toledo. If you'd like to tune in, all of USAC's races are live on Flow, and the Silver Crown finale is a day show on Sunday at Toledo with racing beginning at 2 p.m. Out in California, all eyes will be on the Keller Auto Speedway this weekend. Tonight is the Cotton Classic featuring the 360 Sprint Car Challenge Tour and Kings of Thunder 410s. Saturday is the Maury Williams Memorial featuring the King of the West Sprint Cars. Ryan Robinson is trying to hold off Colby Copeland for the Sprint Car Challenge Tour Championship, and Dominic Scelzi looks like he's on his way to the King of the West title. Both of those nights will be live on Flow as well. And if you're looking for other late model action, the Butterball Memorial at Richmond Raceway is paying $20,000 to win and should draw some big names, including Mike Marlar, Zach Dome, and Josh Rice. The Fowls Frenzy is happening at Fairbury, and you can expect to see Brandon Shepard, Bobby Pierce, Dennis Erb Jr., Brian Shirley, and others there. There will be no Shannon Babb at Fairbury due to illness. And West Virginia Motor Speedway's Ironman Race Fest is drawing Devin Moran, Ashton Winger, Kyle Strickler, and other guys. So don't sleep on these events this weekend either. So now that you're up to speed on what and who to watch this weekend, let me know where you're headed, what you'll be tuning into this weekend. Things are definitely going to start quieting down a little bit as we get closer to the end of the year, but there's still plenty of races to check out here over the next several weeks. A quick side note about DirtTracker.com before we close out today. If you're a regular visitor there, you'll probably start to notice some small design changes. Working on a few tweaks as I've got some pretty exciting stuff, I think, coming in the next few weeks. If you're a participant in some of the dirt racing pools, or you do things like fantasy racing or dirt draft, if you're just a stat geek like me, stay tuned. I've got some big changes coming to the analytics section of the site. I'll have more on this as I get closer to completing some of that work. After a fairly quiet week on the streaming services, things ramp up in a big way today. Most of the services has something going on, including the World of Outlaws and Super Dirt Week on Dirt Vision. Flow Racing has the All-Stars and Short Track Super Series. The USRA Nationals continue. There's plenty of local and regional racing, not only today, but through the weekend as well. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit dirttracker.com/watch tonight. And as usual, that will be a good place to check out through the weekend if you are looking for a little dirt racing fix. That's it for the show today. Hope you have a good Friday and a good weekend. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you back on Monday for more Dirt Tracker Daily.